What are we doing here?
Thrift shopping in the commissary, my favorite thing to do when we're in here. Hey, I want to show you, Brett, and everybody else this cool thing I got. It's this camping sleeping pad. I've got some ideas of probably some unconventional things we could do with it. So it just came and I haven't even opened it up yet. I want to show you all about it, but I thought for one that we could use this on the boat because we talked about spending the night on the boat, because I think it would be super cool to pack up the grill, have a little sleeping area, and just sleep out on the water. Also, we could use this if we had guests sleeping over. They could sleep on it instead of a bed, or if we go tent camping. And I know you don't want to go tent camping, but I think there's a few places that tent camping would still be cool to do. So first off, let's see what all comes with this thing. First off, I have to say I like that it comes in this little carry bag. And it's got this pocket over here that you could keep this little pump. And it's got the cord to charge it that has the USB. Also has the, what is that, a C? So that's good. Then it has this little pouch where you can keep all the nozzles. And this pump even has a little light inside of it, which is always good when you're camping. So let's check this sucker out. We'll open up the bag. That's super nice. You think you can get it rolled up to fit back in the bag?
I don't know. It's always hard to do with sleeping bags, but we'll see.
That's always the dilemma, but it looks like the bag was actually bigger than the mat. So, it's probably doable. Feels pretty heavy duty.
And who makes this?
Elegear.
All right, Elegear.
Which I'll also put a link in here if anybody's interested in getting one. Oh, and it's got these little stretch bands. There's 2 of them, so you can keep it all together. So I'm gonna move this table and lay it out on the floor and we'll get this thing pumped up. All right, we're gonna do this up on the table. You can see it's like a twin size. It does hang over a little bit, so it's pretty long. And there's a bunch of different nozzles for this tiny little air pump, so you can even inflate pool toys and all kinds of blow up things. We don't need the rest of these, so I'm gonna go ahead and put them in this little bag that you got to store everything up. And then on this tiny little air pump, this is to inflate and that's to deflate. There's also this cool little light. If you press and hold for 3 seconds, it turns on, gets brighter, flashes, which is cool. It has this little hanger for the light. And there's even a little safety feature that you can lock this so it doesn't turn on while you're traveling around. And here is where you would charge it. So we're gonna use this one to inflate. So we stick it right in the side there. Let's see how this works. Oh, sounds pretty mighty. See how long this takes to inflate.
Let's see it starting to inflate. What's neat is that it's really compact and you don't have to plug it into a cigarette lighter or plug it into a 110 outlet. It's battery chargeable.
That is super nice because I remember standing by the car with your blow-ups where you're trying to blow it up and you're trying to balance it with the door open and all that stuff, and it's a big catastrophe. You got the kids running all over. This is much easier and it looks like it's going pretty fast.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to take probably 1 to 2 minutes, I would imagine. It might take less than that. I can see the head starting to come up back there.
Wow.
And once it gets pretty firm, then you can shut it off.
Pull it out and then just pop that right in.
And you don't have to worry about the air running out of here because it has a trap on it that closes when you remove the port there.
Wow.
So, wow,
This
that's
is
pretty
really
firm
super
actually.
nice. Let
Yeah,
me
I'm pretty impressed with that.
pop this onto the floor and give it a go.
All right.
Come over here in your area. It's super long. You wouldn't believe how comfortable
Yeah.
this is. This
Wow.
is really comfy.
And you're about what, 5'10"?
5'9",
5'9"?
which is pretty close, but
So
look.
yeah.
Yeah, you got plenty of room. And you could even sleep on your side. I'm shocked at how comfortable this is actually.
And you can't feel the floor?
Not at all.
Good.
Wow, I think this is a great buy. I can't wait to go sleep on the boat.
Yeah, it's certainly packable and easy to transport. And
Yeah, and any house guest could sleep on here for the night if they had to.
all right. Well, this is Elegear makes this device, and there'll be a link in the description. And if you guys like it,
Now we just have to get deflated and put it back in the bag.
yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh no, what did you do?
Got another drive-in for deals. Got a desk.
Oh, well,
Finally.
yes.
It took some convincing because Brett didn't think we needed a desk.
But we decided to go with a small desk because
Yes.
we're not going to be doing a whole lot with this desk, but it will help us organize our stuff.
And we do need to organize a little bit more.
Yeah, than just working off the couch or with a fold-up table. So we'll have a little place for the laptop to be, and so you need to jump on there and do a little editing. You can do it real quick.
Yeah.
So it's a roll-top desk, and we have the drawers inside the Jeep, so we'll set it up and we'll get a picture.
And we're probably
And,
going to put it in that front room instead of upstairs.
Okay.
Because I still think we have a little bit more room we can utilize in there.
And they were originally asking $75 for this, and they dropped it down to $50, and then we bargained them down to $40, plus they threw in a chair.
Yeah, and they were a super nice couple. They're moving to Colorado and probably RVing in the future. So I said, hopefully we'll be able to cross paths because we were standing there talking to them for quite a while. I just love all the people we get to meet.
Yeah, and they talked about the RV show in Chattanooga, and we had talked about going to the RV show in Chattanooga, so we might run into them there.
That would be funny.
Yep.
But look at this nifty idea too. Instead of dragging out the trailer, we got to use this little hauler thing to put the desk on.
Yeah, it's a little hitch hauler. You just throw it in your hitch, and then I have an extender for it too, so it can come out beyond that big spare tire.
So that worked out well.
Yeah, it's better than pulling out the trailer if you don't need it.
So I guess now comes the hard part.
We get to load it into the house.
We gotta whip out the muscles. Ugh.
Well, let's get this thing in the house because I'm getting hungry. We got to make some dinner.
All right.
All right, so we got the roll top desk into the space, and you can see that we don't have much space, so it had to be a small desk. And what this was is it's a piece of a larger wall unit that went up on the side and over, and you can kind of tell that by the way it's made, but it's okay because $40 and the chair.
Yeah, it
also
came
get
with
the
the
chair.
little folding chair.
So, hey, at least there's a little place to do a little bit of work. We don't spend much time on doing desk work anyway, so.
Not anymore.
But it'll allow us to put some items in here, and she can get some organizers in place in there and have quick access to pen and notepads and stuff like that. And this doesn't lock down. It's more or less just for looks. But it is a roll top. So you can put your stuff under there and close it, and it looks nice and clean.
This room is so small and it needs a lot of work still.
Yeah, still needs a lot of work, but hey.
We don't have a lot of organization going on, but I'm working on it. We still have all this mess. Now I can work on putting that away.
And with all that wood outside where we tore down the treehouse, you might be able to build something here. Maybe some shelves here.
Oh, that would be good because I still kind of wanted another one of those cabinets, but
Mhm.
as we're running out of space in this room, I kind of don't know where we'd put it.
I might just build a little some shelves here or some little, I don't think they need to be full on cabinets, but just open shelving.
Yeah, and that would wrap up this room.
Yeah.
And then I can put away all this little junk that's sitting around, and this will be our little storage office.
And I tell you what, the door opening to this room is 23 inches, and this desk width is 22 inches. So you couldn't get a big desk in here if you wanted to.
No, and I didn't want to have to carry something upstairs either.
And
So
if anything bigger than this, that's what you would have been doing. So this works.
we're getting there almost. I keep saying almost done, but I don't know if you ever really are.
Ever really almost done?
I don't think
Ever
so.
Done?
But I guess I can say one more thing off the list.
You can do that.
I can say that.
Well, it's a cute addition to the cabinet. It gives you a little, a little office space here, so we don't have to have everything cluttered on the couch and then on the ottoman and, like that.
And it wasn't too heavy either.
No, it was very light. We took all the drawers out, and it was an easy move, and it'll probably be here for the rest of its life. So, I think it was a good buy for $40, including the chair.
Yep, gotta love Facebook Marketplace.
And it was in the same town we live in, so we didn't have to drive far.
Score.
Score.
Hey. Why are you looking at my porch?
Hey, because your porch is a mess, eh?
It is a pretty big mess. Like a big old hodgepodge of chairs and table everywhere.
It is. So that table is extremely heavy. Like it's huge heavy.
It is
and
so heavy.
And we realize after it being here for a little while, we don't use it.
It's too big for us.
It is too big.
It's a nice table if you had a bigger family.
But it's almost like slate. It's freaking heavy.
And it does have some spots where it's missing.
Yeah, it's a throwaway table.
I mean, it was a freebie.
It was left with the property. And these chairs, the brown chairs, were left with it too, and they're in good shape.
They're
and we
comfortable.
do like those, and they are comfortable. So those are keepers.
I don't think.
And this is a swivel rocker here, and another table.
That rocker is nice, and the little ottomans.
Yes, and there's two ottomans here. There's one in between there.
I don't think we need this wicker furniture.
Yeah, we brought that over too from the side room of the garage, and it was a freebie too. But there's too much of it. There's too much going on here, and so
I think we could easily get rid of the wicker
and
the table. I'm not sure what chairs to keep.
Yeah.
Probably the brown ones, maybe all of them.
So we're making all this room for...
Well, originally I wanted to get one of those bed swings for the porch. Those are so nice.
Yes.
But you know what they also are?
Expensive.
Very expensive. Because I think after you get the bedding and the pillows and everything you want for it, you're going to end up paying anywhere from $750 to $2,000 for that little bed.
We did find a bunch of people that make those, custom make them, but they're expensive.
And you don't find really many used ones either. And even when you do, they're still asking a pretty high price for the used ones.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them don't come with any of the bedding stuff for it either. So
correct.
So we went on there to look, and what did you find on Marketplace?
I found a double swing. So you could either, attach it to a rafter, or it comes with a stand. And it has some nice cushioning. And if you curl up on one side and you put your feet and you can tuck your feet in pretty good, then I think you can lay on this swing too.
It's like one of those hanging pods.
It's a wide,
it's
a wide double love swing seat. And she was asking $350 for it. I know they retail for $895. And she had it marked down to $300, and we got it for
$275.
So another good deal.
And it's like new. And she was another great person. I don't know how long we were sitting there chatting on her porch for. She had a nice porch with a nice setup.
Yep.
So we hung out on her back porch just chatting it up for quite a while.
Yeah, we were sitting on the swing, so we've already road tested it.
Yeah. We got the whole porch experience. And I said, it's very comfortable. I'll take it.
Yeah, super nice lady too.
Yeah. You should have saw how we drove home with it. We'll have to show you in the Jeep because we fit it in the back of the Jeep, disassembled it, and had to drive with our knees in the dashboard to get home.
It was a little difficult shifting and clutching at a different clutch point, but I learned it on the way.
I'm glad I didn't have to do that part.
So we'll go check out the
let's
swing.
Let's go see this mess.
Yeah, all right. You're looking a little tight up in there.
Look at my knees are
on the dash.
Like, that's crazy. And sitting upright is supposed to be so good for you, but it feels so wrong. So, look behind me. You can see this mess. This is why we had to sit like this.
Yep, we have the whole swing in there, the cushions and everything. So we're getting ready to get those out. And then we have an assembly. We took it all apart. I don't know, it probably has about 8 screws. It's not bad. A couple of hex sizes. And I can probably use the...
it's got this many screws.
That's how many screws it has. So, not too bad. And this opens up and folds up because it's all rope. This is all rope. So it's pretty neat. Yeah, it's
really nice.
Yeah.
Pretty comfy. It's good that it breaks down like this too.
Yeah.
So you don't have to whip out the trailer to bring it home.
Right. So we'll get this all taken and put over there and get it set up and we'll get a clip of that. See where we are. What you gonna do with that brush?
Well, I have to brush off a little bit of doggy fur because Hazel didn't want to see this leave. And when we were going to take it out, she quickly ran over and laid on it and got some of her hair on it because she wanted us to remember her. So I got to remove some Hazel from these cushions.
Yep. So we got all the pieces here. Do you think we can figure out how to put it back together?
I hope you were paying attention because nobody took any pictures. And you got the big piece right here.
Yeah. And so if you lift that up, it shows how it expands.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, see how it just opens up?
Let me not close my hair up in there.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you were paying attention because I was too busy playing with Hazel.
Yeah, it'll be a neat addition to the porch, I think. We got the chairs moved out of here. We're eventually going to move the table out of here. Yeah, I remember it being so heavy. I don't know if Therese can really help me with it. I might have to get some other help.
Not at the moment, for sure. So, it is a super heavy table, and I do remember that you had help bringing it in here.
Yeah, so the table may be another day.
Definitely will be. The most I can do is help you move it a little bit, maybe.
I don't think it's in the way, unless we plan to put the swing there.
I don't really know where we plan to put the swing.
We don't know either. We're going to set it up first and see where it looks good.
Let's hope it turns out right.
Alrighty, here it is. What do you think?
Looks like you remembered. You remembered how to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to put together. It's really got 6 bolts.
I can deal with this kind of furniture.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a hanging, swinging love seat. It doesn't swing much because of the rack. So if we decide we want to swing more than sit, we could hang these from the rafters, but we'd have to reinforce this a little bit before we put it up there. But for a sit and a little swing, how comfortable is it?
It is perfect.
Do you think you can live like that?
Oh yeah. I think I can figure out a way to sleep on this.
Yeah, and then there's the view.
Like, this is really nice.
You can see the lake, and a lot of the times there's deer running down through here. Man, we had like 20 deer in the yard yesterday, and
that was crazy.
It ran from up the valley there and ran across the road.
That was so beautiful.
A whole bunch of little ones too. Like, it was cute.
You know what we need for this?
What?
Little cup holder.
And a coffee.
Yeah.
That's it.
This is perfect.
So that's the new addition. So we don't know yet exactly where it's going to go and stay, but for right now, we just put it together. We may move it up into the slot here, but we don't want the cushions to get wet if it rains. If it just rains normal, it won't get wet, but if it comes raining sideways from this direction, of course, the cushions will get wet. But
I could sleep out here now.
It's really nice. It's even nice and quiet out here.
Yeah.
Which it usually is.
It usually is, except for the birds, which is nice to hear.
You can hear that one bird I don't know what it's called. It just goes whoo, 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 whoo. But you can hear it down on the lake every night.
You know what you're going to have to do now?
Hmm.
You're going to have to figure out what you're doing with all these chairs.
You know what I'd like to try to figure out? Where to get a loon so we can put some loons on this lake.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you wanted to try to figure out how exactly you were ever going to get a turn in this.
Well, that too. See if you can fit in there if you lay down. Well, there you go. You wanted a bed swing. Yeah, that ain't bad. So what are we doing here?
Thrift shopping in the commissary, my favorite thing to do when we're in here. They always have a shelf that's your last chance buys.
Yep, and what they do is they just put the markdown price and place it over the barcode. So
You could get in real trouble here because there's some yummy stuff.
there is.
$1.50 with a whole bunch of Dolly Parton yellow cake mix for $1.
$1. How can you go wrong?
And even in the frozen section, you can find some ice cream, meats, all that. There's a last chance buy section in there too.
Oh, wow.
And those are good. There's
How much
always
are those?
$1. A whole bunch of them. You can get bacon bits for $2.
And I've already sneak peeked at these. These are $1 a piece.
Oh man, I love me some M&Ms. But you never know what you're gonna find with big old things of coffee. $8. Even paper towels.
Some charcoal for $5.
Kitty litter.
Kitty litter for
And cat
$10.
food. That one's cat food. But
Oh, cat
down
food.
here they got some kitty litter.
$25 for that.
I don't know what that is. That's some other kind of dog food, I guess. Yeah, Rachel Ray. And then that's the fresh stuff, kitty litter stuff, and cat treats, and all kinds of stuff. Canned food, medicines, you name it, they got it. Even some razors. $8.
If you just heard the announcement in the background, a lot of commissaries do this. They're just emphasizing it here. During the soldiers' lunch hour from 11:30 to 1, they have priority in line if they're in uniform. So they can jump the line. But I think that's good. Look, here's some cereals.
They should have that all the time. Yeah, you can get
And they do have, 11:30 to 1.
multi-grain Cheerios for $1.50. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Get some multi-grain club crackers for $2 a package.
$2, yeah.
Do you like those?
Yeah.
Do you need them?
Need? No.
I want to get a.
You want to get one of those?
Wait, it's $1.50. That's a real good deal.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
I've never tried these fruity ones.
Now, I don't know what these usually go for. They look yummy. They've got
Have you
them
ever tried these fruity Cheerios?
marked at $4, but I don't know what they go for.
Have you ever tried those?
Nope.
Me neither. They have many.
They have so many
Nut
different Cheerios
dude.
nowadays.
It's a little cray
a little
cray.
crazy.
Ooh. Taco night, $2. That's a bargain, baby.
We should go to the mini sidewalk sale. Look here. All right.
You know what I just found?
I think I see it.
Nathan's fries, the cheapest I've ever seen. $3.84. You know how much I love these things.
Yeah, that's a good price.
They're
They're
my
normally around
kryptonite.
$5. They got the onion rings for $4.28. That's
Those are
cheap
good
too.
But you know what I like to do with those Nathan fries? Put some
that?
pulled pork and cheese on top and some barbecue sauce.
Talking about redneck nachos.
Yep, that's my version when I'm not at barbecues. Gotta make my own.
Hey, we brought an air fryer with us, so we can have that real quick. Hey, maybe we can have some redneck nachos while we watch the University of Texas and the real UT, University of Tennessee game this afternoon.
That would be good. Want to do it?
Sure. It's the pulled pork you're gonna need.
Choices. There's a lot of choices here. I'm not sure because there's a honey pulled pork.
And look at the brand. You notice the brand?
Jack Daniels, baby.
Always in the house.
There's a honey pulled chicken. There's also a honey boneless pork ribs.
Wow.
There's even beef brisket.
And you can see the prices there.
And then over here is just the pulled pork and the pulled chicken without the honey. I don't know. Decisions.
I know, right?
What's going to go on those fries?
I kind of like the honey pulled pork.
I know, that one's looking really good.
Here's a throwback item. Do you remember these?
These are my favorites. I love them so much. They taste as good as the McDonald's ones they used to have back in the day.
Yeah.
Are you going to get them for me?
Sure.
All right. Now you're going to find out something interesting at this sidewalk sale.
What's that?
Remember these bars that you were looking
Oh,
at?
yeah.
In the clearance section, they
Yeah.
were $4. Out here, you can pick them up for $3.14.
Oh, my goodness.
And the regular price is $6.27. So it's a good thing you didn't grab those. You can get them
Right.
cheaper out
You
here.
can get them cheaper out here. That's crazy.
You always got to pay attention.
That's right.
But here, this is what we really need.
Oh, these were on there too.
Were they?
Yep.
Yeah, and I think they were 5 something maybe.
Yeah.
Look, salted caramel cream.
Go
My
on there.
favorite. That door is going crazy.
I think this is the way they want you to enter to pay.
Oh, I see. Ooh, you can get some Captain Crunch for good. I love some peanut butter Captain Crunch.
So this is the outside sidewalk sale that they mentioned earlier here. And they got a ring of things here, some pallets.
Look, the fruity Cheerios are out here too.
I'll show you a few prices. Some pretty good deals to be had.
And the minis, $1.49.
Yep.
Ooh, you can get some good spices.
And some coffee.
Ooh, some chicken bouillon. 55 cents. What a bargain. Fajita. You make me some fajitas. 66 cents, and we can be fajita in it up.
That's it.
Wow. These chips for only 66 cents a bag. Now, I tried these Zesty Ranch ones. I thought they weren't too bad. I didn't like the nacho cheese ones.
Right.
But I've been noticing they don't go over well because a lot of places have been marking them down. That's cheap,
Yeah.
66 cents.
Bug crackers, $3.18.
Quite a variety.
Yeah. Some paper products here. Some flatware.
Some dental rinse after you've eaten all the
That's
junk
right,
food. You
man.
can rinse it all off. Toilet paper.
Good deal on some toilet paper.
Look, it's flying off the shelf.
It literally is. It's very windy today. They're expecting heavy gusts. I think it is picking up.
I think that's just gonna fly off some more.
It's not a good day at the campground to put out your awning.
That's for sure. Might have some damage.
We just hope those pine trees stay
Some
up.
batteries. Ooh, look at these little babies. 23 cents.
Oh, wow.
Where can you get a snack for 23 cents these
Oh,
days?
no, you can't even buy a stamp for 23 cents.
No, you can't. They've gone really high. I don't even know the last price I saw. I don't remember what it was, maybe 68 cents.
Yeah.
And batteries, if you need batteries.
Well, let's go get our lunch on, shall we? We got cold items that are getting hot.
I know. Let's do it. Peace out, bro.